What if I told you you could have anything and everything you wanted through the power of the 11th house? What is the 11th house in astrology? In this video, you'll learn exactly what it means and represents in your natal chart. The 11th house rules over gains. A lot of people look to the second house for money, which is a good start. But the 11th house is the powerhouse of wealth in a chart. It rules over financial gains like your savings account, investments, and extra property. Many of the world's wealthiest people have strong 11th houses. But there's always a catch, isn't there? Welcome to Astrology by 33, where ancient teachings are finally restored. It's an honor to have you here today. The 11th house in astrology represents profit. It's not about living paycheck to paycheck. It's having money left over and then some. Most people like to have a little extra in the bank. That's what the 11th house represents. It also rules over prosperity, gold, and wealth in general. One of the first things you notice about a wealthy person is their clothing, which is a marker of 11th house wealth. You'll also notice their transportation, like a private jet or super nice car. That's 11th house energy. It's flying first class instead of economy class. What's interesting is Parashara says all objects are assigned to the 11th house. Another scripture says the acquisition of everything is seen from the 11th house. That's a bold statement. So anything and everything you want is here, literally. And to take it a step further, this house rules over your deepest desires. Everything you wish for is here. If there's something you want, this is the ultimate house to make it happen. There are no limits, and that's why it's tied to extreme luxury and filthy wealthiness. It also includes the fulfillment of your dreams. The 11th house in your birth chart rules over success in whatever you set out to achieve. It's about getting what you want. Yavana Jataka says any planet in the 11th house causes victory. Kala Prakashika says all the planets here produce good things. It's important to keep in mind that some of the richest people aren't always the happiest people. This house can spiral out of control if we don't regulate our appetite for materialism. The more we want, the more we're attached to the matrix. Rahu hides behind the 11th house and pretends to be everything we desire and dream of. This is one of Rahu's grand illusions. Greed is what happens when this house goes too far. How can I sit and eat my 5-star meal when a homeless person is looking at me from the outside? The 11th house also rules over our community and society. If we only think about ourselves, the house gets out of balance, like an overstuffed piggy bank. When we zoom out on higher levels of consciousness, I am you and you're me. So when I feed a hungry person, I'm feeding myself. On the level of our soul, we're all one. But here we think everyone is separate. The 11th house encourages us to look at each other from a place of unity instead of the me against you kind of thing. Now, this is one of the higher secrets of the 11th house. When we serve others on a large scale, we make large gains in wealth. The more people we help, the more money we make. Most of the richest people on earth make their money by providing a service, like the people who own grocery store chains or car companies. These are things we all need and use. The people who provide for the people make the most money. And that makes sense. Just because someone's rich doesn't make them evil. It usually means they're serving on a large scale. If we want extra money, the focus should be on helping more people. We're not taught that in school, that our work should focus on we and not me. That's the secret to success. How can I help you? Famous entertainers are wealthy because we have a need for entertainment. Gas companies are rich because people need gas. And computer companies do well, as we all know. It's about serving others if you want to gain. That's what 11th house karma is all about. Before we get to your income next, I'd super appreciate it if you'd press the like button below to help my channel grow. And thank you so much. The 11th house of astrology also rules over your income. So if you want to know more about where your money's coming from, this house can show that. We know the 10th house rules over your work, but the 11th house in your natal chart shows the fruits of your labor. Believe it or not, some people go to work and don't have much to show for it. They dink around on the job or spend more time talking than working. Those who put in quality work end up with extra fruit in their storehouse. If you want a strong 11th house, you need to maximize your 10th house. Those that work their land will be satisfied with bread, but those who pursue a shallow life lack intellect. You reap what you sow. Your friends are a core part of the 11th house meaning. It's also good to know this is one of the houses that gets better with time. So keep working and doing the right thing, and this house will keep growing in your favor. Now here's a helpful tip. The 3rd house gets most of the attention when you want to know about your siblings, but the 11th house in your horoscope represents your older brothers and sisters. This doesn't get talked about enough. Each house in your birth chart represents a part of your body. The 11th house rules over your calves and your left ear. Make sure to look at your 11th house zodiac sign. It gives you a lot more detail about the house. If you'd like to learn more about the driving energy of Aquarius behind the 11th house, check out the link here. The Aquarius video goes much deeper into the stellar force behind the 11th house and what it really means. It's worth a watch if you want to know more. Make sure to subscribe below and visit astrologyby33.com.